Hello, Aries, and welcome to your February 2019 energy reading. So, we are going to be pulling your overall energy. We are going to be getting a love reading. We are going to be doing a career, finance, life purpose, and as well as abundance. And I think I'm going to pull one law of attraction card for you to see what it is that you should concentrate on this month, okay? So, what does Aries need to know? What is the energy for Aries this month? What is the energy for Aries this month? That came out. What is the energy for Aries this month? What is the energy? Okay. So, 3 cards came out. You got the woman holding the heart. How appropriate is that for February, Valentine's Day, right? Just being cheesy. Okay, you got the woman holding the heart. You got adjacent possibilities in reverse. And you got the 3rd chakra also in reverse. Let me see if there's any other message for you. Any other clarifying messages for Aries? Is there any other clarifying? Whoa, okay. Yeah. All right, so yin and yang, all about balance. The first card that you got, woman holding the heart, is very much talking about coming from your heart space. Obviously, this could be in terms of relationships, opening your heart up to different relationships. It can also be just opening yourself up to your passions this month. But you're being encouraged to do so from a very balanced place, balancing the yin and the yang, balancing your heart energy with your solar plexus energy. Yin and yang is talking about masculine and feminine energy. Our heart chakras are very feminine. It's a state of being. You don't do anything when you're in love. It's a state of being. 3rd chakra is very male, and this is not man or woman, this is just male or female energy, is very male energy, and that is talking about going for something. So I feel like you kind of might be in many of you might be in a bit of a fork in the road, a point of indecision, because this adjacent possibilities card came out right in the middle. And what this card is really coming to tell you is that no matter what choice you make, it's actually leading you on the right path. So don't get stuck. And this card, the 3rd chakra coming in reverse, is talking about facing a stalling point. Feeling like you can't move forward, feeling like, what is it I'm supposed to do? Where am I going? And so it might be very much a month to kind of tune back in with your heart. If you feel like you've been going, pushing, which sometimes, Aries, you do. Aries, you're funny, though, because it's like whenever the shit hits the fan, you go. You're ready to go. But then that other part of you is like, no, I'm good. I'm just going to watch Netflix and hang out. It's one of my very best friends is an Aries, and I love her. Because she's getting her PhD. It's all semester long, just binge watch all the shows on Netflix. And then whenever it comes due to get her stuff done, she is all right, procrastinates until the very last minute and then does it. So it might be a time to really tune in, take a step back, especially if you are feeling indecisive. However, what I'm feeling for some of you, it's not a time to stay in that place for very long. So once you give yourself that time and you give yourself a little bit of rest and tune in, it's not just resting and watching Netflix like I just talked about. It's resting and tuning in with yourself. So that's meditation, journaling, getting in touch with who you are, what your heart really desires in your love life, in your career, getting in tune with that. And from that balanced place, it will be time to take action. So whenever you feel like you are kind of in alignment, whenever you're feeling more attuned, then it's time to act on that. And know that there are a lot of possibilities, but you're being encouraged to, here, I'll lay these out for you. You're being encouraged not to let those stall you for too long is what I'm feeling. Like there will be, by the end of this month, I'm feeling like there will be a time to take action. And it's just like picking one, coming from your heart, picking a possibility and going with it. Now, since this card did come out in reverse, it's speaking to many of you still won't feel ready. And the card on the bottom was healing. So if you don't feel ready this month to take some action towards something, towards some sort of shift, then take action towards some sort of healing, like clarity of mind, just getting more balanced, in tune, in touch with yourself. But if you feel yourself like at a standstill because you just don't know which way to go, it's really by the end of the month, it's like, it's kind of time to just like pick and then go with it. And you're going to find out your next steps after you make the decision. Let's get a love reading for you since it is the month of February and love. And so the love cards can be speaking to several different circumstances, situations. If you're in a partnership, this can be just advice, guidance on how to deepen your partnership, how to just develop a more balanced connection, that kind of good stuff. If you're single, this could be speaking to calling in a partner. If you are just feeling yourself, this is talking about relationship just with your own self-love. So take it how it pertains to you. All right. Love. Wow, that came out immediately. Love reading for Aries. Love. Those cards, that was just me being careless. Those didn't pop out. Love reading for Aries. Love reading for Aries. That came out. Love reading for Aries. Love reading for Aries. Nope, not ready to come out. Sometimes, that one was. Okay. Let's see what you got, Aries. The first card that came out was children. This can be speaking to particular people. So there's several different messages that this children card always has. Now, the card says your love life is being affected by children. So this could be if you do have children, perhaps maybe you're deciding if you do want to have children. I'm getting that message for somebody. It's affecting it, and that could be part of your adjacent possibilities. Again, this message could just be speaking to one person. So just hold on while I go over this real quick if it doesn't pertain to you. That's a really time to tune in. And finding that balance in the masculine and the feminine within you, within your relationship. And that's not saying a relationship has to be between a man and a woman. That's just the energy, a masculine and feminine. But finding that balance in your relationship and exploring the possibilities from your heart space and getting in tune with yourself. Let me just tune in for a second. In regards to somebody with children, I feel like there might be a decision that you're making and you just don't know what the best one is for your children. Again, it's like the same overall energy. It's the same overall energy. Be patient with yourself, but know that there's multiple possibilities and there's not always like that one perfect, exact right choice. It's more about how you go about it than the actual decision that you make. Now, I don't even think I was showing you this card anymore. I had my eyes closed. For some, this is inner child healing. So that healing card did come up, and I did mention that before. Some of you, if you're just not like, you just don't know. There could be some inner child healing, like getting over some of those societal expectations maybe, like just getting through like how much of your life have you lived based on not wanting to disappoint your parents, not wanting to disappoint the people in your life who told you should be a certain way, you should grow up and be a certain way. So that inner child might need some healing. It might need some nurturing. You might need to get back in touch with it, back in touch with him and her before all of that socialization happened, right? Like what did your soul incarnate to do here? And that's your pure inner child. That's your pure soul, your pure beauty. And then the inner child healing comes whenever you recognize what was just conditioned what is not a reality. And so this coming up in a relationship reading now is talking about relationships. So not feeling worthy of relationships, possibly like the child, if you're having a child or having something, a decision for your children, not knowing which way to go, there could be like maybe a conflict, something like that. Something's reflecting upon your relationships. But let's see what the other two cards come to say. Okay, so these are good cards. These are good cards. You got romantic feelings, and then the second card you got was attraction. And so kind of what I'm feeling like is this might be a conflict coming from the inner child, maybe coming from like this decision, but once you get back in touch with your heart and what really like truly matters, which is always love, then there's an increase in romance for you. There's an increase in romance. There's an increase in attraction. So for some of you, I'm feeling like this is a new relationship. For others, this is like a deepened relationship because you're like getting some stuff out of the way that was taking away from it. You're recognizing like all the little things don't matter anymore. Or they never really did matter, but they took your energy away from parts of your relationship. And you're regaining that this month, so just enjoy it. I mean, this is a really good read for you. The romantic feeling says your feelings are real and worth exploring. So for some of you, if you were unsure about a relationship, this is coming to say, you know what? It's worth going a little deeper. Like, what's holding you back from it? It could be that inner child. Examine that. It could be you worrying about what others will think. Like, examine those belief systems and trust yourself. Trust your heart. The very first card that we pulled for you was your heart, talking about coming from that place. And then attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So there's a lot of just this like balanced energy, staying in the moment, not worrying so much about the future, knowing that it's just going to pan out. Like as far as your love life goes, like if there's anything that's holding you back, there might be some inner child healing. Other than that, like just go with it this month. Just go with it. And just see. Just have fun and just see where things go and see how that like playfulness and that fun kind of can even deepen a relationship. I'm trying to get the cards on here so you can see most of them. Okay, so what's next? Let's move on to abundance. So this is going to be giving you guidance on obviously how to increase abundance. Now, if this means financially for you, then take it as that. If it means, what do you want an abundance of? Like think about that now. What do you want an abundance of to start manifesting? This can be travel. This can be obviously money. This can be experiences. This can be an abundance of love, an abundance of friendships, relationships, like finding the core group, your soul group of people who you just vibe with. Like, what does abundance mean for you? And once you have that in mind, then these cards will come out for you. And I'm not meaning to like hide my shuffling from you. I can't shuffle. My desk is too high for me, so I can't shuffle. I have to do it on my lap. So it's not like I'm like, strategically pulling cards. Because if I did, well, that one definitely came out. If I did, then I'd pull like all amazing ones, right? Because then I'd get tons of views. Because every month I'd just be like, oh, everything's going to be perfect. So, okay. Let me just tune in for a second. Aries abundance. Aries abundance. Please give me a message. That one came out. Please give me a message for Aries abundance. Message for Aries abundance. So hold those visualizations in your mind now. What your abundance life looks like. What does it look like for you, Aries? How are you going to get there? This last card is taking a minute, and there's a reason for it. Whoa! Okay. All right. I don't know why that chunk came out, but we're going to leave it there and see. That's why. That had to get out of the way, so the next card that I really needed could come out. Okay. You got employment change. All right, Aries. So that's where some of you, that is adjacent possibilities. There's a change in your employment, and it says your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. There's an opportunity for change. This card is saying, like, if you want more abundance of time, even freedom, then take that. I'm also getting for some of you that this might not be like presented to you. It's not like you're starting a new job or you just started a new job. This is something that maybe you've been wanting to do for a while, and it's up to you to pursue it. But you know what? We'll see more about that in your career reading. So the second card that you got was Organized for Success. So again, I'm feeling like with these cards, it's like a little bit of a scattered energy, and that's why we got the balance. Like, balance the inside first, and then balance your outside. So what would your abundant life look like? How would that manifest for you? I just looked down at the clock, and it was 1555, 1555, talking about new manifestations and positive changes. Once you organize yourself, there's going to be some changes to make on the outside, some changes to make within your mind and your feelings and your emotions. But organizing your life and your mind in such a way is opening you up for that abundance. Finally, God is your source. This is a card about trust. It really is. It's like this adjacent possibilities, like pick a path and know you're going to be supported, is really what I'm feeling. Like, I'm feeling like, what just makes you feel like you can flow, right? Like, what's going to just, like a sigh, a flow. Follow that. And for a lot of you, it's going to lead to some sort of shift, some sort of change, but there's going to be some organization that's needed along with that. So it's not just going to be this easy peasy, like, oh, like God will provide everything for me. No, it's like, God helps you, the angels help you, universe, whatever that means for you, helps you along the way. They give you these ideas. They give you these beautiful gifts that you uniquely have. And they support you once you listen to the guidance. But there's action. There's, you had to use your willpower to organize your life and prepare yourself for these gifts. And then, God kind of meets you halfway sort of thing, or your angels meet you halfway. So let's move now on to your purpose, life purpose. This can be career. So whatever life purpose means for you. So if you have any questions in your mind, it's a good time to ask them now while I am shuffling about career, about what you should do. And I always like to mention that purpose is absolutely not about your career or your job or a business always. It's so much deeper than that. And whenever I do readings for people, their purpose that I get is never a career. Now, you can express part of your purpose through your career, but it's always much, much deeper. So if you are a stay-at-home parent and you feel so aligned with that, that's very much part of your purpose. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like multifold. So this is speaking to whatever your life purpose means for you, and any questions that you have on your mind, we're going to get some guidance on them. So can I please have some guidance for Aries, life purpose, career, success? Okay. One more card, please. Life purpose, career, success. Life purpose, career, success. Aries, this last card for you has been a little stubborn coming out. Okay. All right. So the first card that came flying out was gratitude. And it says you attract more blessings when you appreciate your current blessing. So I feel like some of you, again, are like, what am I supposed to do? Where am I going? However, much of figuring out your life purpose is about fostering the energy that you want to manifest, fostering it now, if that makes sense. So like, I'm sure a lot of you have heard, if you want to be abundant, then you affirm how abundant you are now, or else your abundance will always be in the future, sort of thing. The same is true for your life purpose. Like being grateful for what you are grateful for now. Your relationships for some of you, children for some of you, your gifts, your beauty, your energy, your unique ideas, who you are as a person, your dogs, your cats, lizards, snakes, any animals that you have, being grateful for nature, like fostering that sense of gratitude this is an energetic thing. It's energetically preparing you to manifest and to call in a career that's more in alignment, to start a business that's more in alignment, but you have to start with the energy first and work from there. That's a lesson that took me a minute to learn, let me tell you that. The next card you got was sensitivity. Your sensitive feelings are your muse and inspiration for your creativity. I'm feeling like for some of you, there's something that you've been wanting to do, but you've been scared. You've been fearful that you'd be judged. You don't trust yourself. There is that pull between like, do I go for this or do I stay where it's safe? Get your energy right. Listen to those feelings. Listen, because they're telling you something. They are giving you hints of what your purpose is. If it's something that you keep, that's like always popped up for you. I had a beautiful talk with a yoga instructor who started her yoga business, so I'm going to start doing workshops there and stuff. And her energy was beautiful. And she talked about how she tried all these different careers, like throughout her life. And she always in the back of her head had opening up a yoga studio. And after years of trying different things and learning all these lessons and having beautiful experiences on her journey, she's now opened up her yoga studio. And she's like, it feels so at home. Like she's like, this is where I'll be forever. And it's like she had to try out all those other things first to be like, nah, that's not it. But she always had that in the back of in her head. So what have you always had in the back of your head? What's always been there that's like, maybe. Also, for some of you, I'm getting that like your experiences, what you've gone through, is your muse. It's like a creative outlet. So instead of like internalizing and shutting down because of not knowing what's next, to channel that creative energy into something. And the last card that you got for career was daily practice. The more you practice your new skill, the more comfortable and confident you become. So this is kind of like the organizing for success. Like I feel like you're really aligning your energy and you're preparing for an employment change, a change in an aspect. Maybe you keep your job, but this is like a hobby, an Etsy shop, or, something else that you're adding in. But it takes daily practice. It takes like a little at a time. And, whenever we think about all these possibilities, we often get so overwhelmed because we think we have to know everything right away. We have to be able to do everything right away. But the cards are not saying that at all. Like if you are inspired to do something, it's like little tiny steps and just doing everything day by day and then just seeing where it goes. So this card struck me at the bottom of the deck. Whenever I was pulling it, I saw it and it gave me this feeling like a happy feeling. It says divine guidance, the ideas you're receiving are heaven-sent answers to your prayers. You're going to be getting intuitions. You probably already have been getting them. The more that you keep this balanced energy, stay connected with your heart, just foster gratitude. And gratitude takes the pressure off of you too. So it's like, it takes you out of that space of like, I need to make something happen. What am I going to do? To a place of just appreciating. And it gets your mind off of it. And once your mind is off of it, that's when you get the guidance. You never get the guidance whenever you're like beating something to death, right? Because then your mind and your ego and your fears and all those emotions get stirred up and it's not good. Okay, so the final card that I'm pulling for you is your Law of Attraction card. So this is just the general energy that you are being guided to take in terms of manifesting Law of Attraction. So if you want to think about something in particular you would like to manifest, do that now. If not, it's just daily, it's just guidance. This card came out immediately. Okay, The card says there's nothing I cannot do, be, or have. Be, do, or have. I said that in wrong order. There's nothing that I cannot be, do, or have. Welcome to planet Earth. There is nothing that you cannot be, do, or have. Go forth on this day of your life experience, knowing that your real work is to decide what you want and focus upon that. Go forth, giving thought to what you want, attracting life experiences to help you decide what you want, and once you have decided, giving thought only to that. That perfectly sums up the whole reading. Not giving thought to the what do I want to do, giving thought to I know in my soul what I want to do. I'm going to be grateful for what I have. The answers will come, and once the answers come, focus only on that. Don't put the energy into the fear, into the doubt, into the how can I make this happen. All right, that's all I got for you, Aries. Thank you so much. If you want a personal healing, I specialize in distance healing, or a personal card reading, you can find me at reikiwithrachel.com. Information is below, and you can also get a free MP3 energy healing download on my website. Sending you so much love and light. I hope you have a beautiful February. Thank you for checking this out.